Hello everybody, I hope everyone is doing well today wherever they live with this virus. I hope everyone's safe. I'd like to say thank you so much for watching Signs and Wonders. Thank you so very much to all my Patreons, people who have helped me this last couple months with PayPal and everything. You guys are the best. I love you guys. God bless you all and your families. If you're new here, please do subscribe and share the videos. I'm just trying to bring some awareness with this one. And thank you for all the awesome comments I get too from you guys. I really appreciate it. God bless you all and have a good day. The way human beings are living their lives today on this planet is not sustainable. Eventually something has got to give. The way we are depleting our planet and pumping fossil fuels into the atmosphere, or burning down our rainforests to keep our fast food restaurants stocked up, or destroying millions upon millions of animals' habitats just to get certain oils out of certain plants. Something in this world has to change, because like I said, the current way that humanity is living is not sustainable for much longer. There is a poison brewing in this world today. It seems like our whole society is toxic. How did we get to this? Is this the world, the life that Jesus Christ wanted for his people? That any father would want for their people? What do humans need more than anything to survive? What three things do humans need? The first thing we need is air, oxygen. We need clean air to breathe in our lungs. Everything on this earth needs oxygen to live. Just take a look at how our whole society is run, especially now in 2020. Every single aspect of our life requires some type of fossil fuel for every single thing that is made. It's not just the vehicles that we drive that is pumping out toxic carbon emissions into our atmosphere and then going into our lungs, in our water, and then into our body. But everything, from a simple Bic pen to a water bottle, it takes oil to produce every single thing that you touch on this planet. It has taken some kind of fossil fuel in order for that product that you touch to be in existence. And then in turn, this oxygen that we so vitally need gets worse and worse. India and Korea have seen record levels of pollution that has never ever been seen in human history. Masks are required for citizens to wear just as they're walking down the street. It looks like a thick smog or a fog, something that you would see like bad weather here, and to them it's just a normal everyday summer day. This ties into the second thing I want to bring up. Poison toxic food that we ingest. Every single day obesity rates are skyrocketing like never seen before. It is estimated that half of all people in their lifetime will develop some form of cancer. You may ask, what are we doing about this food situation? We're making it worse. The lungs of our planet, all the trees that are remaining that clean our vital oxygen, are being bulldozed and burnt to make room for fields for cattle to graze, so they can keep our fast food restaurants stocked up so people can go through the drive-thru and get cheeseburgers for $3. Cattle ranching accounts for 80% of deforestation in the Amazon. Extensive cattle ranching is the #1 culprit of deforestation in virtually every Amazon country, and it accounts for 80% of current deforestation.
Members of Brazil's environment agency IBAMA head into the rainforest to fight deforestation. It's been on the rise in the past year. They have come to the Apitereua land in the state of Pará to protect indigenous territory from illegal gold miners and loggers. There's been deforestation alerts from the Space Research Institute in almost 800 square kilometers of Brazil's rainforest. It's a 50% increase if compared to the same period last year.
Alone, the deforestation caused by cattle ranching is responsible for the release of 340 million tons of carbon to the atmosphere every year. That's equivalent to 3.4% of the current global emissions. Beyond forest conservation, cattle pastures increase the risk of fire and are a significant degrader of riparian and aquatic ecosystems, causing soil erosion, river siltation, and contamination with organic matter. And trends indicate that livestock production is expanding in the Amazon. Now how about water, the life's blood? of the world is covered by water, only 2.5% of it is fresh. The rest is saline and ocean-based. Even then, just 1% of our fresh water is easily accessible, with much of it trapped in glaciers and snowfields. So after polluting this God-given gift of life that we call water, that every single living organism on this planet needs to live, what do? We pollute our water so bad that fish can't even live in it, just to make our lives a bit easier. Then what do these big corporations do? They go around and buy up all the rights to what little fresh water is left on this planet, which was supposed to be a given gift to us from God as a free gift to keep us alive.
State of California, Nestle was granted permits decades ago to extract water from San Bernardino National Forest. But recently, an investigation found that the company's permits not only expired 20 years ago, but that the amount of water they were pumping out of the area was nearly 4 times greater than what their permits allowed them to take. The California State Water Board found that the company was bottling and selling more than 30 million gallons of water a year when their permits only allowed for 8. Nestle has been pumping spring water out of the area since 1947. But rather than giving the company a massive fine or some other punishment for essentially stealing the water from one of the country's most drought-damaged areas of the U.S., the state has given them the opportunity to reapply for the permit so they can continue robbing the United States of its natural resources.
It's then bottled up into plastic bottles, which are in turn destroying the planet and also leaching dangerous carcinogenic chemicals into the very water you drink. Each year, around 22 billion water bottles are wasted, in which majority are released into the ocean, releasing toxic chemicals like BPAs into the water that can cause diseases and hormone cancer. This is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It's basically a giant patch of floating plastic twice the size of Texas that just circulates all day in the ocean currents, probably killing tons of fish, leaching cancerous BPAs into our water, and who knows what else.
In an underwater paradise, a plastic nightmare. Diver Rich Horner just days ago filming stunning images, searching for fish, but finding an ocean of plastic trash. Bags, bottles, buckets too, he said. Off the tourist island of Bali, it's meant to be home to hundreds of manta rays. He saw just one, and it's hard to pick out any fish amid the garbage. On the surface too, it's not natural, it's plastic. He says this is the worst it's ever been. Experts call it a global threat. UN estimates by 2050 there'll be more plastic in the ocean than fish. Already it holds 5 trillion plastic particles dumped across the world. Americans, for instance, throwing out on average 10 plastic bags a week each. Millions ending up here.
That is absolutely disgusting. More plastic in the ocean than fish. So animals are going to ingest this plastic, and then in turn humans are going to ingest it, and it's got all kinds of disgusting BPAs, cancer-causing chemicals, and it is just absurd, guys. I just wanted to bring light to this. A lot of you may know of this already, but a lot of you probably don't, and this world is in rough shape.
Animals big and small are ingesting those, and how that eventually ends up inside our own bodies. It ultimately is poisoning all of us, the humans, fish.
Almost all of the plastic ever produced is still on Earth and in the oceans, huge islands of it now, threatening to smother turquoise seas. Bill Neely, NBC News.
And then to top it all off, they take this water, pack it into toxic plastic, and then sell it to the public at outrageously marked up prices. As I said at the beginning of the video, guys, the way human beings are living their life on this planet right now is not sustainable. Something needs to change. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe, and God bless you all and your families.